Wherever a man's treasure is, that is where his heart will be. So guys, in today's video, if you really want to know if your man really values you, then stay tuned. So guys, welcome back to my channel. Bella here. It's always a pleasure having you around. It's always amazing, when we have this chit chat every week, guys. I look forward to this. If you are new to my channel, you are so welcome, and if you are my old subscriber, you are so welcome. I'm so happy to see you, and it's great to be home. So guys, in today's video, it's video like no other. Today I will talk with you, or we will be sharing some tips if you really want to know if your man values you. First of all, let's just go right back, to definition of this main term value. What is value? Generally, I want to give an illustration before I, define what value is. First of all, if you are transferring or moving and you have breakable bottles or wine glasses and stuff like that, the first thing that you will do is you will wrap it, maybe in cement papers or newspapers, or you put cloth, around those breakable things because they are valuable and they are fragile and they can easily get broken. And you don't want, you don't want to break those stuff. And although you don't want to break them, you will also spend your time, making sure that it is well packaged and it's going to ease your transportation. Correct? Yeah, that is the same thing. Value is when you put so much, joy. Everything is like something very delicate. A valuable thing is something that is delicate. It's something that is expensive. It's something that is rare to find. So it's like an antique thing. So you put a lot of value to it. The more rare it is, the more value you put it. People say it's an antique thing, it's an antique piece and stuff like that. If a piece is very antique and stuff like that, it's the same thing. It's going to be so expensive. You can never buy plastic things, for very, very expensive. Maybe the only thing that can actually add value to it is if it is maybe, kind of old or whatever, but I don't really see a lot of people placing value on plastics. A lot of people place stuff maybe on China where they place a lot of value on gold, diamond, silver and stuff like that. So guys, if you have a valuable thing, you will always, your heart will always be there like, I hope this thing doesn't get missing. I hope this thing doesn't get broken. I don't want this piece to go missing and stuff like that. It's the same thing with humans. If a guy really loves you, as a lady, trust me, he will put a lot of value on you, in you, and even around you. So guys, the very first tip to know if a guy really values you is that he is going to invest his time into you. He will invest into you. It can be his time, his money, his resources, his words, and everything about him. If he loves you, I'm telling you, he will make sure that he invests into you. He will always want you to be a better version of yourself. He will always push you to, go for your dreams and stuff like that. He wants you to be the best at what you do. If a guy truly loves you, guys, I'm telling you, he will listen to you. If he values you, he will listen to you. I'm really tired of some excuses that men give by saying, oh, she's nagging, she's this and that. No, you are not nagging. When you bring a concern to him politely, humbly, and like, oh, babe, or what do you think about this, that, or something that is a concern to you, they shouldn't say it's nagging. So when you bring a concern to your man, and if he really values you, I'm telling you, he will see into that matter. He will see into that concern. But a foolish man that doesn't love you, a foolish man that doesn't care about you, I'm telling you, you can bring all the concerns you have in the world very humbly. You can bring anything that you have or any worry to him in a very polite manner. You can bring it, maybe be on your knees and tell him whatever. But a foolish man who doesn't love you and who doesn't put or place any value on you, he will still nag. He's still gonna nag. So no matter whatever, and he's not gonna do what you want. Guys, the very next tip, if a guy really values you, he will also improve on himself. He will try to be a better version of himself every blessed day. He will do his best, to do and become that man that he ought to be. For example, let's say you meet this guy and maybe he's just a lazy person. Maybe he never does anything. He's generally a lazy person. Just because, he wants to be with you, or let's say he doesn't want to go to school, he doesn't want to start a business, he doesn't want to learn a trade, but because he meets you and he really wants to be with you, and he knows you don't like somebody who is lazy, he starts picking up responsibilities, and he starts doing these very things. Maybe he tries to get his degree, not for you necessarily, but because he wants to be a better man. He wants to learn a new skill so that he can better improve himself, and even, make you happy. And why not for the kids as well, and for the family, if at all you guys want to build a family. So he has to start picking up a responsibility. If a man really values you, he will not be with you because of what he wants from you. He will be with you because he actually wants to add value to you. If he is with you, he will not be with you just because, he wants maybe the sex, he wants you to cook, clean, and take care of the house, and he's just laying in bed doing little or nothing. He will be with you because he has something to offer to you. He has something, to do. He has something to bring to the table. And listen, this value starts with you, lady. If you can put any value on yourself, if you can put any self-worth on yourself, don't expect any man in this world or on this planet Earth to actually value you, love you, and respect you. So first of all, put yourself together, muscle up some strength and courage. Invest in yourself. Like I always say here, it's like a national anthem. All the time you have to invest in yourself. Be a better version of yourself. Maybe you cannot cook. Listen, I always say a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. You can always start learning how to cook maybe some soups or vegetables and stuff like that. Talking about cooking, I have some cooking videos on my channel, guys. You can check that out as well. And I will always say this, you can learn a trade, you can go to school, you can do something, invest in yourself, look good, do your best to look good. Ask people around, how can I do this? Be humble, be teachable, because for a man to actually put value on yourself, it's what you feed him. So if you give him negative vibe and that he shouldn't treat you right, I'm telling you, he will definitely not treat you right. Guys, until next time, this is Bella, and remember that you are valuable. Remember that you are beautiful, and you watching my sister, you are the beauty of Christ. And in the comments below, I want to hear from you. What are the things that you will determine if a man truly loves you or values you? Until next time, it's Bella. It's always much love from me to you.